It is episode 3 of the Superhero Plus Showcase, and today we have a pretty small update, but a pretty significant one. If you can't tell, I am dressed like the Reverse Flash because we are about to have super speed. There's a new item right here, crafted like this, 2 syringes, 1 experimental vaccine, and 2 sugar to make the Velocity X formula. Yes, Velocity X from the Flash TV show, and if we inject it into our veins and hit slash, summon lightning, obviously if you're in survival you have to get struck by lightning naturally, we gain permanent super speed. Velocity X gives you speed 3 as well, so even if you want to use it for just a buff without actually having super speed, you can do that too. But the way super speed works in this mod is that the longer you run consistently, the faster you go, so you will see that I slowly start to speed up. The reason for this is because super speed is really hard to control in a video game. Same reason why we don't have any good Flash games in existence, is because if we were to play a video game and actually go as fast as the Flash, they would either need to slow it down and use Flash time, which would make the gameplay boring, or they would have to just nerf the Flash and make him super slow. So we went with progressive speed, and it gets up to about speed 50, I think. So we're just going to start running and see how fast we can go, until eventually, after about 15 seconds of running, you will break the sound barrier. So now you are invisible, and you are running. When you're not wearing armor, it looks a lot cooler. But I also think this is nice. And once you've broken the sound barrier for 15 seconds, you will gain a second Speedster ability called Dimensional Travel. It looks like I already gave it to myself before I was filming. That's my bad. But you will gain a new ability called Dimensional Travel right here. And every time you now break the sound barrier, you will be able to teleport between dimensions. So let's break the sound barrier real quick. Run, Barry, run! I mean, run. Eobard doesn't flow as well. Go, 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 go! There we go, and now we can go between the nether and the end. Let's choose end. There we go. It took a second to load the end because this is my first time being here on this world, but we have made it to the end, and now, to escape, we have to do it again, or kill the Ender Dragon, but I don't feel like killing the Ender Dragon, so let's do that and try this again. So, with the rough terrain, we can try to maintain our speed by using super leaping. Let's see if we can pull this off. Go, 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 go. Go! Oh. So you will be teleported back into the overworld at the exact coordinates that you teleported from, which means you're gonna have to be a little bit careful when you're doing this, but we're superheroes, it's not like we're gonna die. The last additional ability of super speed is the Infinite Mass Punch. If you punch a mob while you are past the sound barrier, it'll insta-kill any mob except the Ender Dragon. I don't know why it doesn't work on the Ender Dragon, it was unintended that it worked that way. But I guess M Creator was just trying to balance me. So let's try to punch! Oh, crap. Okay, 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 we're gonna punch! Punch! You'll know when it works because it'll make an explosion sound. There we go. And when you do the Infinite Mass Punch, it forces you to stop running so that you can't chain them together, because that would be a little OP. So yeah, Infinite Mass Punch in Minecraft at super speed after breaking the sound barrier. Now, we have to go prepare for our duel. I have no idea who I'm dueling this episode, but let's go find that out. Okay, so we are in an ancient city, because rather than duel someone today, our goal is to kill a Warden with an Infinite Mass Punch. That is the goal, so let's do this. First, we have to activate all our powers to turn us into the Reverse Flash. So, he can definitely interdimensional travel, but we're not going to need that. So let's do super speed, super leaping. He has a little bit of enhanced strength, so we'll go with that. Healing factor, he actually has all of these powers. Maybe I've just been designing the Flash with the powers I've chosen so far. That's okay. Let's actually turn off energy constructs. I'm not going to need that. Everything else I will, in fact, need. Okay. The hard part is going to be building up enough speed without hitting anything, because we're going to be blind, like, the whole time. So how do we do this? Oh, this might be the strat. We can, avoid moving too fast by doing this. Am I gaining speed? Oh. I did it! Yes! Oh my gosh, infinite mass punch! That wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it would be. Hello guys, welcome back to Superhero Plus, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to access the Speed Force. To access the Speed Force, we first have to become a speedster ourselves. First, we have to make the experimental vaccine. Step 1 is to put an enchanted golden apple in this brewing stand with these water bottles to make serum bases. Then, like last episode, we have to get the green light mixture, which is crafted like this. After we get that serum base, we're going to throw the green light mixture in here to make our experimental vaccine. And there we go, experimental vaccine. Now, we have to put the experimental vaccine in the middle, 2 syringes on top and bottom, and 2 sugar on the left and right to make 2 Velocity X syringes. Now, you can inject yourself with Velocity X by right-clicking, and it will give you temporary speed 3 for 1 minute. If you want to get permanent super speed, you have to get struck by lightning while under the effects of Velocity X. So we have our speed 3 right now, we right-click with the Titan Killer, or get struck by lightning in any other way, and now we have super speed. With super speed, we can run up 1-block ledges, and we slowly accelerate the longer we run for. So I'm going to try to break the sound barrier. We can also run on water. We're going to try to break the sound barrier. And there we go. Once we break the sound barrier, we are now invisible. And we have to maintain this running for about 30 seconds to obtain a new ability called Dimensional Travel. There we go, we got Dimensional Travel. Let's see if we can run even longer to get Speed 2. Once we upgrade, that means that we'll be able to accelerate even faster than normal with Speed 2. And, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but those are tachyons floating behind me that we're gonna have to harvest for later. We're on the top of the Nether to demonstrate the next feature. When we break the sound barrier with Dimensional Travel, we'll be able to teleport between all dimensions, most dimensions. And, if we right-click this, we get teleported to the end, and we can basically go between dimensions without the use of portals anymore. After about 75 seconds of running, we have unlocked Speed 2, which allows us to accelerate faster, our base speed is faster, and we can run through walls. After running through walls for an extended period of time, it'll eventually cause you to stop sprinting, which disables your speed, but it'll also slow you down. And you only run through walls when you are sprinting, so if you don't want to break anything, you can just hold W normally, and you still go pretty fast. But if you want to sprint, right through the wall. Now, in order to access the Speed Force, we have to craft this item called the Tachyon Amulet. It requires 4 enchanted golden apples, 1 Velocity X syringe, and Tachyon bottle. A Tachyon bottle is obtained by harvesting the tachyons of a speedster that spawn when they break the sound barrier. So let's build up speed right here by jumping back and forth, and wait for some tachyons to spawn. I heard one. Right here. There we go. That was a tachyon particle, that's one right there too. And once you harvest it, it can be used to access the Speed Force. Once you obtain the Tachyon Amulet, you have to run for approximately 75 seconds, just like when you were leveling up to level 2 for speed. And you have to be holding the Tachyon Amulet while you do so. I actually just got reminded something very important. You can't actually level up speed in the Nether or the End, because I figured running on the top of the Nether would be way too easy. So you actually have to do these level up quests in the overworld. So let's get the Tachyon Amulet. Let's build up some speed. Build up that speed, build up that speed, build up that speed. There we go. Alright, and let's run. There we go. After a long while of running, we unlocked the Speed Force. Now, once you have Speed Force unlocked, which is pretty much the same thing as having Speed Level 3, you can right-click this Speed Force Travel item. Alright, we are now in the Speed Force. We have blue lightning particles everywhere, static particles everywhere, and lightning striking all around us. But the Speed Force is just an infinite plane of existence where you can run forever. Once you break the sound barrier in the Speed Force, just like you did in the overworld, you will be able to use the Speed Force Travel item once again, right-click it, and you'll be able to teleport to any chords in the overworld that you want. So we're going to teleport to 6, 9, 420, 420. 420. Warp. And as you can see, we are at those coordinates, and we are falling from the sky to our deaths. There was water here, that's incredibly convenient. But yes, the Speed Force gives you basically infinite travel capabilities, because you can now just use the Speed Force to teleport wherever you want. Now, one thing I've noticed while working on this is that the wall breaking is incredibly glitchy, and that will be worked on before the final release of version 3, because, I made this video prematurely because you guys have been wanting it. So don't expect this to be exactly what the final version is like in terms of wall breaking and stuff like that. Now, if you want to make a Speedster suit, the first thing you need to do is craft this sewing machine. It is crafted with 5 iron, 1 string, and 3 of any planks. You right click on the ground, and it is used like a villager work table. So I'm going to place down a villager, and he's going to take the job of tailor. Now, the tailor sells any type of armor template that this mod has to offer, which means all of these right here. We are going to continue to reset the trades until we get the Speed Force trim that we are looking for. I don't remember. Yes, Speed Force is a level 1 trim, so we need 1 iron ingot and 8 emeralds. Certain trims that you guys might want are going to require you to level up your villager's profession level. But there we go, the Speed Force trim. Once you have 4 Speed Force trims, my personal favorite is to make the black and yellow reverse flash suit with yellow super suit armor and 4 netherite ingots. So I'm going to place down a smithing table, throw all of these in there, and there we go. We are King Reverse Flash right now, and I have a crown on, but you can see under my crown there's those little flash wings under it. I want to try to create Savitar, so we're going to take the Speed Force template, and then we're going to also mix and match it with, I think... Now, I'm trying to think. I think Submariner on the pants would probably look good for Savitar. And then Savitar's face, I'm thinking Blue Beetle. Or, let's go with Fiend, which is Daredevil. And then for his for his boots... let's go with Flash Boots. Alright, so we're going to try to make Savitar, and we're going to use Vibranium as our coloring for this. So let's put the helmet there, and the Fiend trim there. Good. And then let's put Speedster on the chest plate, so we have that little lightning bolt. Let's put Submariner on the pants, that's going to create that checkered pattern. And then let's put the wings on the boots, for Savitar's boots. And, this doesn't really look like Savitar that much. We don't have a specific Savitar trim, but I wanted to experiment. What kind of Speedster suit do I want? For the chest, I'm gonna go with the black super suit with the Vibranium lightning trim. For the pants, I kind of want to see what Golden Avenger looks like with the Vibranium. That is cool looking pants. Let's take out my outer layer. Let's keep the crown on though, because I like the aesthetic of the crown. And then for the last boots, we're going to go Deadpool with the pink kryptonite trim. I don't know, I kind of like the Speedster suit. What do you guys think? My mod Superhero Plus adds customized speedsters to the game. Though currently, it only offers the ability to move fast. Many speedsters are known for their ability to perceive time faster than normal. So in this video, we will add flash time to Superhero Plus to finally complete the speedster features in the mod. Luckily, we already have a power in the mod that works very similarly to flash time. Chronokinesis allows the player to freeze enemies in their vicinity by sneaking, but this has a cooldown and freezes enemies completely. To add flash time, we are going to copy the code from Chronokinesis, but make it always active, and instead of freezing enemies, it will severely slow them down. Before we can implement this into the flash time power itself, we have to create a flash time status effect that slows down entities in all aspects. Rather than just giving entities slowness, we want it to feel like time has properly slowed down. My first idea was to constantly decrease the velocity of these entities by 90%, but the effects would be different depending on what the player is doing. While walking, the velocity increase of the player's movement was so strong, even the slowness effect and attribute commands couldn't get it to where I wanted it. The second problem is that mouse sensitivity would stay the same, allowing the player to look around in real time.
Because the movement speed would only slow down in the air, I made it so that flash time constantly placed its victims slightly off the ground. To fix the sensitivity, I made it so that the entities had a constant look direction that would not change. In addition to the flash time slowness, players with the effect will also receive mining fatigue. With flash time now working on living entities, we need to make it work on projectiles and items. For projectiles, we will simply set their velocity to 0 whenever they are near a speedster with this ability. Items are trickier to pull off, but all I had to do was make it so that the items had no gravity.
Alright, here's what we've done so far. It's looking pretty good. We have the pause particles around the projectiles, the items floating, which I think looks really cool, and then the slimes are moving incredibly slow. So entities who are stuck in flash time are still going to be able to move a tiny bit, but not nearly enough for it to be effective for you to defend yourself. So yeah, we've basically got the flash time function down. All we have to do now is make the power actually function how I want it to, because it's not just going to be constant like this.
Similarly to chronokinesis, when a speedster sneaks, it will activate flash time. It will remain activated indefinitely unless a speedster starts to sprint or hits another entity. The final thing to do was to add compatibility with other speedsters. When one speedster is inside the flash time aura of another speedster, they will be able to move but not at their full speed. With everything set, it was time to try it out with some playtesters.
Gunnulf, do you know why you're here? Oh, you're on half a heart. Okay, Gunnulf, do you know why you're here?
No.
So here, shoot up this heroin. Yeah! When you're in another player's flash time aura, but you have super speed yourself, it doesn't affect you, but you also can't use your super speed at the same time. But then as soon as I start sprinting or I hit another entity, it'll turn off the flash time aura and everything will go back to normal. But yeah, oh, look at these, the arrows. The arrows also freeze in time, so that's cool. But check this out, Gunnulf. Go over here, behind you. Oh, yippee! Hey, little Gunnulf, hey! So as you guys saw in the previous clips, to get super speed, you have to inject yourself with this Velocity X formula. It is crafted with 1 experimental vaccine, 2 sugar, and 2 syringes. The experimental vaccine is crafted when you brew this item. With this item, the serum base that you get by brewing a water bottle with enchanted golden apples. And yes, I'm speeding through this, it's because I've gone through this a billion times. Once you inject the Velocity X, if you get struck by lightning, you will obtain super speed powers. Now, the key to upgrading more abilities with your super speed is simply to run for a very long time. Eventually, you're going to unlock access to the Speed Force, and that is the key to the new ability that we added in this episode. When speedsters run, they generate tachyons behind them, and you need empty bottles to harvest these tachyons that you can use to get tachyon bottles. Once you get 2 tachyon bottles, you will then need 2 bottles of enchanting, 4 glass, and 1 enchanted nether star to make the tachyon hourglass. The enchanted nether star is crafted with 4 nether stars and 5 enchanted golden apples, and once you get the tachyon hourglass, you right-click it to unlock the ability chronokinesis. Now that we're in the Speed Force, and we have Super Speed, and we have Chronokinesis, it will take about 2 days of marinating in the Speed Force to unlock Heightened Perception. Now that we have Heightened Perception, if we stop sprinting for 5 seconds, we'll be able to shift and enable Flash Time. That will summon particles all around, especially under these slimes, and that will make it so that time is frozen around us. This Flash Time will persist until we either start sprinting again, or we hit another entity. This aura will even follow us around while we walk as long as we do not sprint. So if I do it again, as I walk towards these slimes over here, they are also going to stop moving. This also especially works for projectiles, so if I shoot these arrows into the air, they are not going to be able to move, and when I throw these bows in the air, they're also going to be frozen. So it effectively looks a lot like Flash Time. Alright, so we are going to see how many arrows we can freeze at the same time, because I think that would be a cool thing to see. So first we need to do /summon, skeleton, and then these chords, and oh boy. Let's see how this goes. Stand on the glass, and oh my gosh, the lag. And then we're going to do /kill type skeleton, and then kill items. Oh my gosh, I'm lagging so much. And then we look. Look at how many arrows we made. I kind of want to see what happens when they fall. Oh, okay, that was super anticlimactic. I'm going to activate flash time. Then we're just going to throw as many shrapnel grenades above our head as possible. Okay, this is our giant ball of shrapnel grenades in flash time. Then we sprint. Oh! Nothing happened. They all canceled each other out. Alright, I thought it would be funny if I walked around the mansion in flash time to see all the mobs doing the mannequin challenge. Let's see if we can find something funny. Hey there. What's good, dude? What's good, dude? What's good, dude? Okay, he's being rude. We have to find some other ones. Oh, hello there. What you doing? Nothing interesting, I guess. Yeah, this feels kind of overpowered. You can just go through structures like nothing's happening, and with no consequences because nothing can really stop you. You're just too quick. And he summons Vexes on me, and they can't even do anything. Oh, okay, I forgot about that. Turns out they can do something. Step 1 is actually obtaining super speed itself. The first thing you need is the green light mixture. It is crafted with 1 fire charge, 1 blaze powder, 1 slime, 2 pulverized copper, 1 supercharge extract, and a bowl. The supercharge extract is by right-clicking on a creeper with a syringe, and the pulverized copper... Oh my goodness. And the pulverized copper is from scraping fully oxidized copper blocks with an axe. After you obtain the green light mixture, you will then need to obtain the experimental vaccine, which is created by putting the green light mixture and the serum base in a brewing stand. With this experimental vaccine, you will have to craft the Velocity X formula, which is crafted with an experimental vaccine in the middle, 2 sugar on the side, and 2 syringes on the top and bottom. Once you've obtained Velocity X, you will have to inject it into your veins, and then get struck by lightning. As you can see now, we have some pretty incredible speed, but we're going to make it even better shortly. Step 2 is upgrading our speed. This is going to make us much, much faster. The first thing we will need is the Speedster Energy Bar. It is crafted with Velocity X in the middle, 4 sugar, 3 cocoa, and 1 paper. To upgrade your speed, you need to run as much as you can. Use the energy bar to maintain saturation for 60 seconds. Speed level 2 accelerates faster, and you can break blocks while holding a pickaxe in your main hand. Let's try that out. So let's grab this pickaxe, let's eat the candy bar, and go! Oh, you can break through about 10 walls before it stops you. But if you're holding a pickaxe, you can just run right through blocks with your super speed. After a while of training with super speed, you can also obtain a new ability called Dimensional Travel, which will give you the ability to instantly teleport between the end and the nether. Oh, here we are. We did it. Now step 3 is acquiring the Speed Force. The first tool you need is the Tachyon Amulet. It is crafted with 1 Velocity X, 4 enchanted golden apples, and 4 tachyon bottles. The tachyon bottles are made by taking a glass bottle and collecting tachyons when you run. Once you've obtained the tachyon amulet, run for 75 seconds on average with the tachyon amulet in your hand to unlock access to the Speed Force. The Speed Force dimension will give you a flat surface to run on forever, and also allow you to instantly teleport to any overworld location. Step 4 of Super Speed and Superhero Plus is Lightning Aura. Saturate in the Speed Force for 20 minutes to unlock Lightning Aura. Now, your speed trail will emit lightning, and when you make an abrupt stop by shifting, you will throw lightning ahead of you. Let's try it out. So first of all, when we run, our trail is now going to have lightning behind us. But, if we run, and then shift, we will strike lightning in front of us. Let's do it again. And again. Just like that. It is a very powerful projectile, so speedsters definitely got to take advantage. Step 5 is Heightened Perception. Saturate in the Speed Force for 40 minutes with speed and chronokinesis activated. If you don't know how to unlock chronokinesis, check out my other videos. You'll be able to shift and activate flash time, which slows down all non-speedster entities in your vicinity. It will deactivate once you hit another entity or start sprinting. Go back to the overworld to test out flash time. Let's run to escape the Speed Force, and this is a good time to demonstrate teleporting out of the Speed Force. You will re-obtain the Speed Force item, right-click, and now you can enter whatever coordinates you want, and I believe the coordinates of our setup is something like this. Nope. Welcome back. Test out flash time by surviving a path of the most dangerous mob spawners in the game. So now that we have flash time active, we should be fairly safe. If you get too close, mobs can still hit you when you're in flash time, but they can't chase you, so you just gotta keep your distance. The zombies are frozen, the Vexes. Vexes are one of the fastest mobs in the game, so they can move the fastest whilst in flash time. So you just want to stay away from the Vexes. You got Ravagers completely frozen. The Skeleton's arrows are frozen and dropping onto the ground. And look at that. Blaze Fireballs frozen in time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is pretty OP. Can a Creeper still... Yep, it can. I've never been less scared of Ravagers in my life. What are those ones doing? Is there a dance party I don't know about? What is going on here? An additional cool thing about flash time is that you can freeze projectiles as well, and it has a really cool effect. And we're just going to throw as many arrows around out here as we can. Alright, that seems like a sufficient arrow cloud, and then we sprint, and they all fall at once. So you can possibly set up traps this way as well, which would be pretty cool. And the last cool thing about flash time is that items actually freeze in time as well. So you can have floating items on display as you walk through a corridor or something by using your flash time. That would be pretty cool. Hello guys, Shitten here, and today we're reviewing level 1 to 100 ways to travel in Superhero Plus. For each one of these travel methods, we are going to be running to that goal over there that's about 1,000 blocks away, and we're going to see which one is the fastest. Starting with level 1, running. This isn't actually a superhero method, obviously, but it is a thing you can do in Superhero Plus, and if I'm being completely honest, I can't be bothered to run the whole way. So let's just assume this is the slowest. The next one is the dog ball. Those of you who know, but if you have the welding powers and 20 dogs welded together, you get this thing, and you can use it to drive. I don't know how much faster this is than running, but that's why this is in level 5. There we go. I have no idea how long that took, but it was not good. Alright, we're finally getting to the proper fast ones. Level 10 is Super Leaping. Super Leaping gives you this item, or you can keybind it like this, and then all you have to do is hit the keybind and leap. The benefit of using it as an item is that you can spam, so let's see how long it takes. And done. I think that's gotta be like a minute and a half, right? I don't think that was that long. Level 20, the grappling hook. I don't know if this is actually faster either, but we're gonna try. Oh, yeah, that's definitely faster. Oh yeah, we're zooming. We are zooming. So if you use the sprint jump tactic and time your grapples onto the ground, grappling hook is actually very, very fast. And done. That one was really fast. Now, I didn't expect grappling hook to be so fast, so in order for flight to be level 30, we have to combine it with a very little known feature in Superhero Plus. If you combine flight powers with aerokinesis and hit left alt, you actually boost yourself forward at the cost of some health. Watch this. There we go. That was incredibly fast. We got a really good boost. Let's eat some food. Come on. Faster. And done. Too easy. Now, the next one is kind of cheeky, but it's super leaping with an auto clicker. I don't know if this one is actually level 40 worthy, but we're gonna see. I don't think that was faster than flight with boost, but I have no clue. Finally, we're getting to some fun methods of travel, like web swinging at level 50. Let's do this. Whee! 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 Oh. This one's hard to do fast. And done. That might actually contend with flight boost. Web swinging on ground is really fast. Now we're getting to some fan favorites. Super speed level 1. Super speed level 1 is very good, especially once you break the sound barrier. The problem with super speed 1 is how long it takes you to break the sound barrier. Now, for the sake of this video, I used the all powers command to get my powers, which means I automatically had full super speed. But let's pretend that wasn't the case. The level 70 travel method is teleportation via warping. Let's try it. There you go. I don't know if that's faster than super speed level 1, but it felt pretty fast. Level 80 is super speed level 2. Like I said, because of the all powers command, I already had super speed level 2. Well, let's test it again, just in case. The benefit of super speed level 2, again, is how fast you reach Sonic Boom. And it's 5 seconds faster than super speed 1, I think. So, it's pretty fast. Now, for level 90, we have the Speed Force. And the Speed Force is pretty fast, but I don't know if it's faster than level 80. Obviously, you can travel infinite distance in the same amount of time with the Speed Force, but specifically to get to that goal over there, I don't know. So we're gonna try it. Go! Yeah, that took a decently long time. The reason Speed Force is at level 90 is because no matter how far you're trying to go, it takes the same amount of time to get there. Which means, for this specific goal, it might have been slower than some of the previous, but if the goal was like a million blocks away, it would have been much faster. And that brings us to level 95, the Sling Ring. Obviously, with the Sling Ring, I right-click and choose the chords of my portal, and then all I have to do is create and jump through. There we go. But obviously, if I want to be even faster, I can save a waypoint for that goal, and then walk right through. That was much faster. Now, the fastest way to travel in Superhero Plus, level 100, is teleportation via Stasis Pearls. The reason it's faster than the portal is because you have to right-click with the Sling Ring, click an additional button, and then walk through. With the Stasis Pearl, once you've set your stasis location, all I have to do is right-click, and I'm already there. For those of you who haven't used this before, once you have the teleportation powers and obtain a Stasis Pearl, all you have to do is hold it, and shift right click to set location. Let's try level 100 again, teleportation. Yeah, that was incredibly fast. Hello guys, Shaden here. In this video, we are showcasing some new updates to the Speedster in Superhero Plus. Before we get started, I would like to say that this update and most of the updates going forward are going to be made by the lovely new lead developer Vid2. So go thank him by checking out his videos and streams in the description. Alright, to start out, we are going to make a new Speedster suit with the new trims that just came out. Alright, the first trim is the Ivy trim, based on Poison Ivy, and we're going to put it on a transparent super suit, so we can see exactly what the trim looks like. Oh, I look clean. It kind of blends in with the shirt too much. Maybe I should put on a different skin. There we go. I'm a little bit bare now, but here I am. This is the Poison Ivy trim. It looks like a little leaf corset. Alright, we've tried the Poison Ivy trim, let's try the next one. Alright, the next template is the Prime template, based on Optimus Prime. Okay, so it looks like this one only works on specific pieces, and the pants are only blue. You can't dye the pants. I think the back is maybe part of the pants, unless that's also part of the shirt. But yes, this is the Optimus Prime one. I think by putting it on a transparent super suit, I made it look bad. There we go. This one's a little bit better. This is our Optimus Prime super suit trim, and it's looking pretty clean. Okay, we're going to make the super suit for this video, so we're going to do this yellow mask with the Speed Force. We're going to do the yellow chest plate with the Optimus Prime, yellow pants with Ivy, and boots with Ivy as well. I don't think Poison Ivy has boot trim. But yes, this is our Speedster suit for this video. Okay, now that we have this super suit, we have to give ourselves super speed. For those of you who need a refresher, Velocity X is crafted with 2 sugar, 2 syringes, and 1 experimental vaccine. The experimental vaccine is crafted in a brewing stand with a serum base, which is crafted with a enchanted golden apple, and a green light mixture, which is crafted like this. And once we get Velocity X, we inject it into our veins, and we get struck by lightning. Damn, my weather sounds were off. That made it very not dramatic. New update for visual changes for the Speedster. Now, whenever we're running, we have an after image that follows us where we go. And when we sprint, the speed trail now works consistently. It isn't bugged anymore, accidentally facing the wrong ways and stuff like that. So, Speedster now looks a lot better. In order to get enhanced senses so we can unlock heightened perception, we now have to hold a serum base in our offhand and get the darkness effect. So let's do that real quick. There we go. Now we have enhanced senses. We can turn it on just like that. Once we have enhanced senses turned on, when we open the power tab, there is a new skill tree right here where we can select enhanced senses, and we now have all these different powers to choose from. But we need some prerequisites first. Obviously, we need super speed to unlock heightened perception, but we also need some XP. Because I was in creative mode, I think we were already able to do it, or do I not need XP? I don't know, Vid2 left this very vague for me. Alright, let's try it. We have enhanced senses, we have super speed, let's click the skill tree, and turn on a heightened perception. There's also an indicator now on whether or not you have a power activated, which is really cool. So let's have heightened perception on, and let's summon a bunch of Vexes. There we go. And we still get the after image, and the mobs are still moving around. When I start sprinting, it's going to turn off, and the Vexes are going to be able to attack me again. The benefit of this new change is that enhanced senses is going to branch off into all these things that we show off in other videos, but also you can now use heightened perception without super speed. At least I think so. I was able to yesterday. There it goes. You can now use heightened perception even when you don't have super speed. It looks like it affects the mobs a little bit less. But that means heightened perception is now a universal ability instead of just being Speedster specific. Alright, so for lack of having a better video to showcase this in, we're going to show off 2 more branches of the enhanced senses power. The first branch we're going to look at is night vision, which is exactly what you think it is. But the next one after that is sensory deprivation immunity. We need 15 levels to unlock it. There we go. So now we can activate sensory deprivation immunity. I believe that is the one. And I believe sensory deprivation immunity makes it so that certain effects don't affect us anymore. So if I drink this and try to blind myself, I simply can't get the blindness effect anymore. I believe this works for the darkness effect as well. Let's do darkness, infinite, 0, true. Yep, it immediately disappears. So these 2 new abilities, night vision allows you to see in the dark, and sensory deprivation immunity is going to make it so that any effect that takes away your senses no longer works on you. Someone in chat gave me a good idea, thank you random guy, who said that the deafening effect from Superhero Plus would be sensory deprecating. English is hard, guys. So let's see if sensory deprivation cancels out deafened. It does. Okay. So it's if you get enhanced senses and sensory deprivation immunity, you're basically immune to sonic screaming. At least the AoE version. The sonic dart will still deal knockback to you. But that's kind of insane. But anyway, that is the newest update to Speedster in Superhero Plus. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you want to see more, hit that like button. There'll be another one out soon, and yes, much more to showcase from this update. I'll see you guys there.